Joining us right now is the Democratic congressman from California, Congressman Brad Sherman. Congressman, thank you for coming in. I want to ask you about the way the president has been consistently describing the situation in L.A. in dire terms, of course, but also in the comparisons that he's making. I want to read you what he posted yesterday about this. If our troops didn't go into Los Angeles, it would be burning to the ground right now, just like so much of their housing burned to the ground. I think he's talking about the wildfires that are your constituents and many others are still recovering from. The way he's describing the comparisons here, what's your reaction to that?
The president hates California, and he needs to distract Americans from not only how ugly his big bill is, but this unprecedented level of corruption that we haven't seen since the privatization of the Soviet Union. And so for him, I represent the Pacific Palisades. For him to be taunting California, or for his Secretary of Homeland Security to describe my city as a city of criminals, his hatred of California is not only palpable, but it's useful to him because he's got a lot to distract America from, particularly the crypto corruption.
With that view, how do you square that with then also all of the recent polling I was looking at? I was looking most recently at the CBS News YouGov poll showing that nationwide voters are giving him some of his best marks on immigration policy right now. In this recent poll taken in June from CBS, it said 54% of Americans said they approved of Trump's deportation policy. 50% approve of his handling of immigration, which are, including in that poll, that's a far better number than their approval of his handling of the economy.
People wanted the border closed. Now, Biden closed it in the final year of his administration. Trump has closed the border. People want those who have committed serious felonies deported, or any felony deported. And that is what people expected from Trump when they voted for him. Yeah, he said a lot of batshit crazy things, as he always does. But people remember 2017 and a focus on deporting those who have been committed, who have committed crimes. And in fact, California has cooperated with ICE in the last 2 years to deport well over 10,000 people who have been convicted of felonies. So that's the immigration policy the country supports. There's a lot of other polling that say the country does not support what he is doing in Los Angeles. They don't support things that cause disruption and that tear our country apart. And they don't support going into car washes and warehouses and deporting anybody who speaks with a Spanish accent. It's the destruction we see in Los Angeles, created by Trump from the beginning. Our city was peaceful 10 days ago. Is not what Americans want. They want a peaceful society.
You'll have to see if this is a turning point in that public opinion, as you suggest. The events of the last week have very clearly also rekindled this simmering, ongoing feud and rivalry and dislike between Donald Trump and California's Governor Gavin Newsom. I mean, this week we heard the governor say the rule of law has increasingly given way to the rule of Don. And on the suggestion that Gavin Newsom himself could be targeted if he kind of stands in the way of Trump's immigration policy, Newsom said, "Arrest me, let's go." I mean, and Newsom's presidential ambitions are known. Do you think that Newsom is taking his critiques and putting himself out there too much? He is going too far in his pushback?
No, I don't. When Trump talks about arresting Gavin Newsom, I don't think we should arrest any of the most prominent elected officials in our country. But if we're going to arrest any of the most prominent officials, we should start with the one with 34 felony convictions. This idea of arresting the governor of California is a rhetorical, overblown attack that we don't need.
Congressman Brad Sherman, thank you for your time this morning. John.